today I'm going to be headed to my new garage where the car is now. So basically that's where we're going to be working out of, but today I'm going to be changing two O2 sensors, the primary O2 sensors for the car. Basically there's stock OEM ones in there, but because the exhaust is all opened up now, actually the stock O2 sensors, they don't heat up quick enough, so it throws a check engine light for not heating up quick enough. And the reason is because I guess a lot of Viper gurus or whatever have found out that the holes that are actually in the sensor are too small, so they don't allow, I guess, enough exhaust gas to enter that sensor quick enough to heat it up. So basically if you put an aftermarket one in there where it has more orifices in it, and I'll show you guys the two, what I mean in a minute, but basically you can either put an aftermarket one in there, a Denso one specifically is the one I'm going to be using, so I'm going to be trying those out, or I think it was Sean Rowe actually, he discovered that you can actually drill out the sensor, and if you drill it out then more air gets into the stock sensor. But I mean at this point my stock sensors are 17 or 18 years old, so if I'm going to take them out I'm just going to replace them because they got some age on them for sure. So let me show you guys that and we'll get started. Alright, so we are here at the new unit. This is where the car is going to be hiding for now. So we got a little bit more space to work on things, a bit more room. We're not all crammed in here. So I just want to show you guys this thing. And you're going to have to check out the other video, but this is a new little gadget that I got. Hopefully you guys can see it. Basically it plugs in a cigarette lighter and allows you to have Bluetooth to the stock stereo if you're trying to keep the stereo stock like I am currently doing. So yeah, basically this connects to that, plugs in there, and your phone can connect to here and play music, all that stuff. You can see it says John's iPhone, whatever. But yeah, this thing was super cheap. It was like 15 bucks shipped. So for now it's gonna work for me, at least so I can have music through here. So because there's no auxiliary cord or anything like that, and I didn't really want to rip this out and do all that stuff right now because I'm focusing on other stuff. But yeah, for this thing, and then also it has a Bluetooth calling, so you can actually have hands-free on this, answer the call and everything. So I don't know how it's going to work with this car being so loud, but check the other video. I'm going to do a full review on that. Alright, so back to what I was going to do for this video is I have these O2 sensors from Denso. So these are the brand new ones in the box, and I'm going to do a comparison once I get the other ones out and jack the car up and whatnot, but these are basically them. They're from RockAuto. Some people love RockAuto, some people hate it, whatever. But more important than that is the reason why I got the Denso one specifically is because there was another gentleman that said that he had experience and did a bunch of research, and he had the same issue where his check engine light would come on. Basically, again, it's from the O2 sensors not heating up quick enough, and usually when people open up the exhaust, whether it's headers, catback, all that stuff, it ends up throwing the light. So it's a common issue, but you can see just how many holes and orifices are in this one, whereas the original ones that are in there are supposedly only have like one, I think 4 or 3 of these holes in the whole entire thing, and you can see this one looks like a cheese grater here. So let's go ahead, jack the car up and take out those 2 sensors and throw these 2 in. So the car is up, and basically once you jack it up, I guess you can come in whatever way you want underneath the car, but this is where you got to get to. So you're gonna get under here, and this is where the O2 sensor is on the driver's side, at least. We'll do this one first. So you can see here I've already unplugged it, but basically you unscrew it from there, just crack it loose, and then this is the plug here. So this plug here, let me just try to do this with 2 hands while laying in the car. Basically it's a 4-pin, and you're going to lift this little tab here. So this tab, you're going to lift it up and just pull it apart and separate it. This harness is up here by the AC compressor. So just disconnect it, and then we can unscrew this here. Basically just unscrew your O2 sensor out of the exhaust manifold. Nothing too crazy, and we're up. So let's go compare these two. So as I was explaining, and since this is an original O2 sensor, basically you can see that there's only 4 pinholes in this, I guess with the exception of the bottom, but you guys get what I'm trying to say here. So here's this one, and then look how many holes this one has in it. So pretty significant difference. So let's go ahead and install that. And again, the clips are the same, just this 4-pin here. So should all slide together nicely. Looks like the same stuff. Let's check the length too while we're at it. Take this little elastic off here. So it looks like they're slightly more generous with the harness. Probably give you an extra, I want to say 3-4 inches maybe. So not a big deal, but yeah, now we have this. And I guess another nice thing is, as you can see, somebody's taken the time to snap this clip off of here. So this one comes with a new one, so we can secure it properly. And with securing it properly, then we don't have to worry about this thing bouncing around, maybe landing on the header or on the downpipe somewhere, or the manifold, and touching and burning. So let's go ahead and mount this back in. Now that we're back down here, it's pretty obvious to see where that clip is supposed to mount. So the connection is actually supposed to mount right, if I can get my hand in here at the same time with the light, right on the side of the engine mount there. You can see the little tab right there. So that's where the it's supposed to mount. Mine was just dangling over here, so put that in properly, and let's go ahead and put that O2 sensor back in the manifold. Alright, so now that the driver's side is complete, we can go ahead to the passenger side. So same thing, looks like a little bit tighter on this side, but that's what we can't manage. So let's go ahead and crack this loose, disconnect it, and we'll put the new one in. Okay, so she's all installed, so we can go up top, fire it up, and clear the codes, and hopefully no lights. So just one last time, here is both passenger and driver primary O2 sensors, the factory ones. So this one here is the passenger side, this is the driver. So both same thing, just those small little orifices on there. Looks like it was running pretty decent, but put the new ones in. Those ones are in. Let's clear that code, and then we'll start the engine. Okay, so right now it's check engine light. So I have my OBD2 reader cable. It's actually for a Volkswagen. It's VAGCOM, if you've heard of that, but you can basically program anything on a Volkswagen or Audi, same as the dealer. But this one can also just do regular check engine codes and clears and monitoring and stuff like that. So I'm gonna plug this into this old school laptop that I have for tuning and stuff like that, and we'll plug it in, and then I'll show you that code, and then we'll clear it. So I'm sure you guys already know this, but this is the orientation that it goes, and it goes underneath the dash. So basically you're gonna have the larger side of the clip facing the driver's side, and then it just clips right in under here. I'm not sure if you guys can see this, but it just plugs in right next to the clutch pedal here. So this is plugged in, and then let's go back to the laptop. Okay, so hopefully you guys can see this screen. I'll try to get a little bit closer. So if we go to current DTCs, emission related fault code, the P0135. So this is the one that I keep getting for the driver's side, I believe, primary O2 sensor. So we're gonna go ahead and clear DTCs. Are you sure? Yes. Okay, so the codes are erased. So I'm gonna go ahead and start this thing up, and we should be good to go. Check engine light, we're okay for now on the cold start, so I'm gonna test it out a little bit. So hopefully it shouldn't come on anymore, but sounds good. We'll keep trying it. I'm gonna test it for a bit, and then report back here. All right, so after driving around for the whole day yesterday, I didn't get any check engine lights, so it's the next day now. I'm gonna start it up again, and usually it's throwing that light on cold starts, so let's go ahead and start it and see what happens. Reggae? Alright. So it'd usually throw it within the first 30 seconds to 1 minute. Other people said they could bypass it or get it to not throw that light if they sat there and held it above 1500 RPM. So maybe if you're having that issue, if you want to try to just get around it without having to replace the sensor yet. Try to hold it above 1500 RPM just so that sensor can heat up a little quicker, I guess, and it won't throw the light. But I'm hopefully fixing it the proper way and changing those sensors. So still nothing yet. I don't have any check engine lights coming on here or anything. So not to jinx it, but I think we might be fixed finally. One other thing, I don't know if I mentioned this already, but people said that even though that check engine light comes on, I thought it was just kind of a code that wouldn't really do anything, or as far as the way it would run, but a lot of people said your car will run pig rich when it does that. So I did notice that. I thought it was because I changed the rear gears to a higher gear ratio, that's because I was using, or that's the reason why I was using so much fuel. But I think it's actually the fact that check engine light was on the whole time. So I guess it'd probably be reduced power, and it runs really rich. It's a bunch of fuel at the back, uses a lot of gas. So I think I was running limited power for a little bit. The other thing I noticed too is that it actually runs, how should I say this, even at idles, it sounds a little bit more grumpy or a little bit more lopey with them changed and with that check engine light off. So I like it, kind of a little bit more rough sounding. So it seems to be that case that way, but still no check engine light, so I think we might be okay here. Cover's flying. So I'm not sure how well you guys can hear that, but this cam, even though it's not a 708 cam from the older 9699, it sounds a lot better than it did for I don't know, at least the past few months when that light was on. So alright, thanks for watching, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed that video. If you did like it, give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more videos, because we're going to be doing a lot more. And I hope you enjoyed that. I hope that fixed your car, or it might fix your car in the future if you have that issue. I know for me it was driving me a little bit crazy, and I was looking and researching, but finally found out what it was thanks to the help of another guy off the forum. So take care, guys, and we'll see you on the next video.
What we do here is go back.